Yo guys, what's up? It's me, Private Ryan, and today we'll be discussing about the NBA Play-In Tournament 2022. If you're ready, I'm ready. Let's talk about it.
See the line where the sky meets the sea. It calls me, and no one knows how far it goes.
The Play-In Tournament will start April 12 and it will end in 4 days, April 16, which in turn will officially start the NBA playoffs. Now for the play-in tournament, this has been its 3rd year since 2018. Adam Silver incorporated a mini tournament before the actual NBA playoffs, where he gives chance for the 9th and the 10th seed to make it to the NBA playoffs. As you can see here in my quick graph, we will see that the top 6 teams are already in the playoffs. They are already seated at their seeding, but looking at the outside wing, we can see that number 7 and 8 and 9 and 10 will play a mini tournament to determine the 7th and the 8th seed. This year's play-in tournament is brought to you by MetaQuest. So it's Zach Zuckerberg who's gonna be sponsoring this year's play-in tournament for 2022. Now, to explain a little bit further into this play-in tournament, all we need to know first are the teams that are in the 7th, the 8th, the 9th, and the 10th based on winning percentages, because sometimes wins and losses are similar and identical in the East or in the West, but if they play together or against during the season games, they will be determined by the winning percentages. Looking into my graph, the 7th and the 8th place will face each other in just one game. So April 12th, there will be a couple of games from the East and the West. So whoever wins on the 7th versus the 8th will automatically have the 7th seed in their respective conference. And then whoever loses will still have a chance. They will still play on the next match. Now, before that next match could happen, the 9th place and 10th place will play a game. The loser of that game will be eliminated, and the winner will face the loser of the previous game of the 7th and 8th. And that will be the game for, I think, April 14 and April 15. Now, in that do or die game, whoever wins will be put in the 8th seed. And whoever loses will have an early vacation. For NBA players, they say it's Cancun. Now, let's have a few scenarios here before our FAQ. If the the play-ins tournament starts today, our 7th and 8th seed in the West is Cleveland versus Brooklyn. Now, whoever wins in that game will get the 7th seed. And in the West, it's Minnesota versus the Clippers. Whoever wins will get the 7th seed. Now, the losers will wait for the winner of the number 9th and 10th seed. So we'll check in the East. It will be Atlanta versus Charlotte. Whoever wins will have another day to battle. They will face the losers from the 7 8. The loser from the 9 and 10, well, early vacation, eliminated. The game between the winner and the loser will eventually have the 8th seed. And after that, the playoffs will begin. So that's why it's only a 4-day mini tournament, an extra couple of games to win for number 9 and number 10, and just one game to win for the 7th and 8th seed. Now, who do you think will make it to the 7th and 8th seed in the playoffs? We all know the Lakers have been eliminated. My New York Knicks are also eliminated in the East. Everyone's jockeying in for the position in the East, and in the West, it's a little bit of look into the 3rd and the 4th seed. Before we jump into the FAQ of the mini tournament, let's go take a look at the standing. Here's the standings for the Eastern Conference. We got the Miami Heat all fired up, taking the 1st seed. The Bucks and the Celtics still have a couple of games left. So if the Bucks lose 2 of those games and the Celtics win 1 of those games, they could interchange. Also in contention is the 76ers. If they will win both of the remaining games, they will be jacking up in position with the 2nd and the 3rd. Now for the 5th and the 6th, it looks like everything is settled here, and the 7th moving to the 9th, there will be some jacking up in position. So the Nets right now are number 8 and the Cleveland Cavaliers are number 7. They could interchange. Remember that the 7th and the 8th seed need to win just 1 game to make it to the playoffs, while the number 9 and number 10 needs to win a couple of times. So this is the most important day in the final 4 days of the season. Now looking at the picture for the Western Conference, the Suns is the best record. They did have a loss yesterday. I don't think they will rest most of their players in the remaining two games. Well, the Grizzlies are also in the 2nd spot. They are locked in. The 1 and 2 for the West are already locked in. There will be some jacking for position from the Warriors, Mavs, Jazz, and the Nuggets. They still could interchange, but everyone's locked in the top 6. The Timberwolves, the Clippers, the Pelicans, and the Spurs are also locked in. So the Timberwolves will face the Clippers in their mini 1-game tournament, and the Pelicans and the Spurs will face each other on their 9 versus 10. Now, let me know your thoughts. If you like this playing tournament, or you're just a conventional guy like most basketball people out there, they want a full-on top 8. For me, I really like this mini tournament. It helps add player, even though some teams are just targeting 9th and 10th place. It's funny. Now guys, let's go over the FAQ before we end the video. So when is the 2022 NBA play-in tournament hosted by MetaQuest? It's gonna happen at April 12th, North America time, and will stop and end on the final games on Friday at April 15th. How will the tournament be structured? So like what I said, the 7th and the 8th will face each other 1 game. The 9th and the 10th will face each other 1 game. For the 7th and 8th, the winner will be automatically be locked in that 7th seed for the playoff spot. The loser will face the winner of the 9th and 10th. Now, the winner of the 9th and 10th will face the loser of 7 and 8, and whoever wins in that game will be locked in to the 8th seed of that conference. Now, if the play-in started today, what teams would be in it? So just like what I showed earlier, we have the Pelicans and the Spurs, the Timberwolves, and Clippers for the Western Conference. For the Eastern Conference, we have the Cavaliers and the Nets, the Hawks, and the Hornets. What happens to the winners in the play-in tournament. So if you are in the 9th and the 10th seed, you have to win 2 games to get in the number 8 spot. For the 7th and the 8th seed, you have to win a game to get into the playoffs. Last question will be, when do the playoffs start? Playoff starts on Saturday, April 16th. Hope you're gonna be locking in to that one. Now, I hope this video helps you a bit in understanding the play-in tournament. If you happen to like my video, please leave a sub, leave a like, and do comment. I answer to all comment, guys. This has been Private Ryan, and I'm leaving you with a top place yesterday. Thank you. Peace out.